Workbook Svetla Staykova and Frani Burick IS, BG. ONLINE The Healthier Way to Quench Your Thirst. International Copyrights 21 Authors Frani Burick Moderator of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Entrepreneur, Author, Life and Business Coach, Mentor, Business Consultant. During her 20 years of experience, she has helped over 16,000 entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small and medium-sized firms achieve success with operational improvements and strategic redesigns to their businesses to become leaders in their fields to bring more profit to the bottom line, making their businesses easier to sell so they could retire young and rich. Business Redesign. The Entrepreneur Codebook. New Age co-author of Svetla Staykova, manager and owner of Innovative Services EOOD, the organizer of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Ask Advice Book. Office Ketos Zone Free Online Learning What We Do, providing online services, creative solutions, and innovative approaches for your activities and business. Book. Office Ask Advice Ketos Zone Free Online Learning, online video courses, online marketplace, business strategies and development, business coaching, time management, accounting, business consultation and services. We believe there is a hidden potential in each person and business, big or small. We are supporting and empowering you and your business to reach your full potential on a new level, areas, and innovative way. Why business coaching and strategies? In business coaching, we decided to combine the strengths of coaching, our finance experience, planning, and strategies. Light up your future with our business coaching and strategies. Get a setup to open your business.
Hello and welcome to our Summer Summit. I'm so happy to welcome Frani Burick here with us. Hello. Okay, hello Frani, how are you?
I'm fine, Svetla. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. So happy to have you here.
So good to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being a moderator and my partner here for the summit. And I want to start with a few questions for you. Can you please share with us more about your books?
Oh, certainly. My first book is called Business Redesign. I did the redesign series for the 21st century. So it's a business success model for the 21st century. In it, you're breaking through your fears, you're uncovering why your company may have plateaued and what you need to do to basically do some strategic repositioning of your company to basically move forward in the 21st century. And with COVID, we did a lot of that, but some companies did it well and a lot of companies failed. And those companies that failed to plan and basically did not understand how to basically make the changes that they needed to stay in business and to become even more successful, because there were so many new opportunities that COVID presented and they missed it. They missed it because they didn't have the mindset. They missed it because there are probably a million reasons why. But this is one of the things that I think is really, really important for businesses to understand, that every time a change comes, new opportunities appear. But the problem is sometimes you're working inside your business so much that you don't see them. So this book sort of goes through all of that and really takes them through what they need to do to get their model of success. The second book, I'm probably one of, I want to say 25 authors, 20 or 25 authors, and it's called The Entrepreneurial Code. What I did in that book is I went over my background. My background is starting from age 5 with my dad's influence with his own business, and how he told me never to give up on my dreams. And he taught me how to do the adding machine every single night for all his receipts. And there were a lot of them. And how he used radio ads to basically change his business and move it forward from the marketing that he did to increase his sales. It was amazing as a 5-year-old to see all of this. So I got a firsthand education with my father, who was a major influence in making me the entrepreneur I am today. So that was that's what that book is all about. It carries me through also with starting off in my 20 years to get to becoming an entrepreneur, because I took the long way. Dad was very influential. Mama was the one that always was the naysayer. How are you going to do this? And as a 5, 6, and 7-year-old, you listen to your mother. And so I was always thinking, gee, maybe I don't know this. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I don't have, the opportunity to understand what I need. But I didn't have, my bachelor and undergraduate degree in economics. I didn't have my banking background to start collecting charge-offs and understanding what I needed to basically help companies grow. They had locked-in lines of credit. They needed long-term financing. Everything was being done wrong for them. So I got a chance to really work through problems and help companies and understand just how much. I had hundreds and hundreds of loans that came to me practically every month, because we had so many lending officers and they didn't have the skill sets that they needed to basically make these loans right. So they all came to me, which was great. So I got a lot of experience and I worked with a lot of companies and I helped them succeed, and even got some of them out of bankruptcy too. And then I had the business planning with the Growth Association. So I talked about that. And then I went to strategic planning and talked about that. And then I went to, basically where I am today. So, in helping companies at this point in time through my business consulting practice, and also doing my own startup, which is COVID Defense. But I think I'm going to change it because right now it's hopefully going to be a cosmeceutical, but I'm not really sure about the classification, and that will determine on whether or not I can export it or not. So lots of things going on in my life, plus my business partnerships with you and my other business partner in India. So,
this is great. Thank you, Frani. You have an amazing experience. And my next question is, have you ever had a dream?
Yes, my dream was always to grow up and be like my dad. That was my dream from the time I was a 5-year-old. And I never gave up on that dream because the words he always told me when I was 5 and I was doing things for him, as he said, never give up on your dream. And so that was something that, it stuck with me. It stuck with me. Those are the words that basically motivate me today. It just motivates me from my soul. It makes me so happy because it reminds me of my dad, who has long since passed, but it keeps him close in my heart and in my mind. And that's why I think I'm a successful entrepreneur, because he's with me every day and I feel like he's guiding me. So
This is great. Thank you. And what is the success for you?
Success, my definition of success, one word: happiness. If you make success a really long paragraph that's hard to repeat or remember, what good is it? If you've got one word that defines what success is for you and you're happy every day, I'm successful. That is like, don't defeat yourself with complicated definitions of success. Use one word and make sure that that word is in your mind every single day. I'm so happy to get up in the morning. I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm basically just enjoying my life and doing what I love. So I never want to give it up because I'm happy. And I think that's my definition of success. Everybody's going to be different, but if you keep your success definition simple, then you're going to be happy all the time. And if you're doing what you love, that's the most important thing, is do what you love, whatever that is. It doesn't make any difference. If it's sports, if it's investing, if it's starting a company, if it's, whatever it is, working for a company that you really do love, whatever your passion is, just do it.
Great, awesome. Thank you. And what is your recipe for success?
My recipe for success?
Yes.
Okay. I start every day with 3 top points, 3 things that I need to achieve in every company that I run or every company I'm involved in. And when I wake up in the morning, what I do is I get up early, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 a.m., but I go to bed early too. And I think one of the things I do is I meditate for 30 minutes every single day. I just sit there and I listen to some meditation music that really helps me a lot, usually for 30 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour. Then when I'm done with that, I usually will start on, looking at my top 3 points for the day and what phone calls I have to make to partners in other parts of the world or clients in other parts of the world, because, India and Australia and all these places are, Malaysia are in different parts of the world, and they're like 12 hours ahead of where I am, or maybe 11 hours, I'm not sure. But I've got my phone and everything synced to what I need to do. And I take care of all of those things first on my agenda. And then I will start with my points and try to get things done. I have, 4 different companies. Well, I have more than that, but 4 companies mainly that I work on. And I try to go ahead and do what is urgent for that day for those 3 points. And I try to achieve success on those 3 points every single day. Then I guess if you want to stir in the mix, I take a 30-minute walk every single day, regardless if it's raining or sunshine or whatever. And it's usually rain or sun here. Sometimes high winds and cold, and I hate doing it, but I do it anyway. So I think 30 minutes just to have time for yourself. Sometimes you'll run into people. It might be 40 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. And then you come back and you sit down, you know, grab a cup of coffee or grab a cup of hot tea and go ahead and, you know, look, you know, where am I? What do I do next? And did I get stuck on something? Do I have to go back to it now? Do I have a fresh perspective of it? So whatever it is, whatever my challenges are, or what I will call them opportunities, I come back with a fresh perspective of what I need. And I always come off the board and do things that are sort of, I hate to say out of the box thinking, but I do a lot of out of the box thinking to try to help my clients in every way I can and offer value, because you need to really give them the value that they need to succeed. And then after that, and I achieve my day and my goals, I might just sit down with a nice meal and relax. Of course, I have breakfast in between somewhere, wherever I can fit it in. And I check my emails at the end of the day. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. I have a lot of emails and I don't like going through them. So sometimes once a week, which isn't good, but my clients will call me or WhatsApp me or do something like that. So I don't have to worry about the emails that I get unless, you know, they say they're going to email me and there's only one business address that they'll use. The rest of them is all sort of like junk emails. So I don't even bother. The other thing is at nighttime, when I'm winding down, after, you know, everything's said and done, I sort of put my little strategy together for the next day. If I've got my top 3 listed, I can think of 3 more things I need to do, I'll do it. Otherwise, I sit down and I write in my gratitude journal. I write, what am I grateful for today? And I try to put 3 things there too every day. Sometimes I write really long, you know, 3 pages. Sometimes I write just 3 lines, 3 points of what I accomplished or what I feel happy about and what I feel success is for my day and my gratitude for the day. So having that gratitude journal really, really, really helps me. So then, you know, I'm sleeping and I have no problem falling asleep early and getting up early. So that's sort of my routine and my recipe that I use on a daily basis to just basically achieve what I want to achieve.
Great, thank you. Frani, can you tell me, how did you break the fear?
How did I break through my fear? Well, my fear lasted for 20 years. I didn't realize, it's funny when you're a child and your father's saying, you can do this, I never give up on your dream. And then your mother's saying, but how? I don't understand. Where are you going to find your customers? Who's going to come to you? We don't do things like that here. You know, I don't know where you would find a company like that. You know, so, you know, you have these limiting beliefs and, you know, these doubts and insecurities that are created by maybe a parent, maybe a teacher, maybe a classmate, maybe a brother or sister, maybe a friend. You don't even know where they come from. And all of a sudden, you know, you're an adult and here you are trying to start a company and then stopping and wondering, wait a minute, I have the background for this. Why am I not succeeding? I've got the plan and then you fail to execute. And without executing your plan because of fear, and you don't know why you have this fear, it took me a while to really break through that fear. I took some therapy and then I started getting into these coaching programs and studying to become a coach because I thought, gee, I need a life plan. I have everything else I need, but I need to figure out what my life plan is to break through my fears. And there's some techniques I can show you on how to break through fears and, you know, what fear really means. And fear is an acronym and you can give it any meaning you want. Fun, fulfillment, whatever. energy, excitement, just everything and anything that's good, to give you the results and the returns and the ROIs that you want in your life and in your business. So fear can be an acronym, and just give it some fun words for the F's, the A's, E's, A's, and R's. Just make it fun, and it won't be fear. So that's one of the things that I worked on. It took a long time, but here I am. So like my dad said at age 5, never give up on your dream. And I will never give up. Great. So he's here every single day with me. And even though he's long since passed, his inspiration, his guidance, everything that I'm doing is sort of for him.
This is great. Thank you, Frani.
You're welcome.
And, can you share with me and with the other attendees, how many companies did you help?
How many companies did I help? I helped over 17,000 companies. I've had a career for 30 years, so it's a long career. When I started out, I was in banking, and I had about 3,000 loans that I had to work through, and just took a couple of weeks to get those through. And then I had another 1,000 come at me. So it was like nonstop with the lending staff at the bank I was at, because they were lending to small businesses. And I finally got involved with the Growth Association. It was a chamber of commerce in my area. And I developed a business planning course because I said, they don't have one. They need one desperately. They're coming to the bank unprepared. The lending officers are making loans without having the plans and all the answers that they need for the loan committee. The loan committee is, if they like you, you've got a yes. If they don't like you, you've got the no, and you've got to go back and figure out what you need to do. But they were making loans like wild people. It's almost like cowboys in the wild, wild west. But they made a lot of mistakes. They didn't ask the right questions. They didn't understand the industry. They didn't understand the risk. And I had my undergraduate in economics and my master's degree in economics. So I understood leading and lagging indicators, vertical and horizontal integration. I understood a lot of business things that you needed to know before you would make a loan to any industry or any individual. And they weren't asking the right questions. So the training was desperately lacking on our loan officers, but I didn't worry about that. I just, did my thing and got through it, and basically trained so many companies, a lot of startups. I would do probably we'd have classes every 6 weeks for a couple hours every day. And I would have it with an accounting person like you. But you're more than accounting, you're actually, total business person. But I would get one of the big 8 accounting firms or whatever they were at the time. And we would do, classes for 200 or 300 startups at a time. And so, you did that every 6 weeks, and you'd start the other class and the other class and the other class. And I did that for 10 years. So I had a lot of one-on-ones and a lot of group sessions with the entrepreneurs and helping them start up from an idea to actually launching it. And I saw where the weaknesses were. I could spot it right away after I talked with them. So this was really, really good experience for me. And I also got involved in the business planning courses and strategic planning. Strategic planning was on a Saturday, and it was basically something that I got involved in and did a lot of. So with all of that, I took second and third generation companies to basically, I took those companies to, trying to sell them and trying to get their marketing together, get rid of losing divisions, and strategically positioning them for a sale to foreign investors. So that is what I did.
Great. Really amazing experience. Thank you, Frani.
You're welcome.
So I finished with my questions.
Okay. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to add was
Okay.
I did turn around a family-owned business out of bankruptcy. It was an ex-husband's company. His father died, and unfortunately left it to a son who didn't know how to run it. So that was another story. But anyway, I'll tell that in my stories.
Okay,
So
thank
thank
you.
you.
Great.
All right. Now I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Svetla, who inspired you to start your business?
Well, I had a dream since I was 14 years old to have a business and help people with my activities. At that time, I didn't know exactly what I want to do or how I will do it, but I just knew that I want to help the people with my experience and have the freedom to take my own decisions, implement my own vision, and of course, be responsible for them. And what inspires me are all these entrepreneurs and innovators that we have out there, and they're really a great inspiration and a showcase that if you have a passion, if you have a dream, and if you're working hard and never give up, you will be able to reach that dream and help other people as well.
That's beautiful. What other lessons have you learned from running your own business?
What
And tell me a little bit more about your background and how your background has helped you achieve your dreams.
Thank you. Well, I made a plan that if I want to have my own business, first I have to learn about how to run the business and how the business is working. So I decided to study agricultural economic. I have a bachelor degree, and then I continue with the master degree of accounting and analysis in order to know how the numbers are reflected by the activities of the company, and also how the activities reflect the financial statement and what is behind the numbers there. So it's very important really to know how your activities reflect your financial statements and your cash flow in order to run a successful business and to make a good planning of your activities. And then I start working in different companies like construction, food production, and in the company together with my ex-husband. And I have 14% share there. So there as well, I was working with different companies and be able to learn from them, their activities, and what are the processes in each area of their business.
Wow, that's amazing. Your background is outstanding because you have the business sense and the sense with the timing and the economics and understanding that, and then also the numbers, which, I mean, that's like, you know, everything you need, which is great. Now I've got a question for you. You told me that you started a company with your husband. What mistakes did you make?
Well, the first mistake is never start company with your husband, because it's not a good idea. You could have a lot of problems at home, and afterwards, if you want to have a divorce, again, problems to go out. of the company. Actually, we didn't start it together. He owned the company when his father has died, and his company also was almost in bankruptcy when I joined it. Actually, I saved it at that time with joining it and with fresh capital joining the company, and cover some of the outstanding, outdated actually, um, expenses and payments. And really, when you start a company, you need to have a vision and a good plan. And if you have partners in the company, make sure that you have the same vision or a common vision and meaning of the business, because this is very important when you have to work with partners. If you are not able to agree about the vision and how the company should develop, and for the future plans of the companies and the targets, it will be very difficult to run it together and be successful.
Good information. Thank you for that. I made the same mistake.
Yes. So don't make the same mistakes as us. Just avoid them.
You know, I was very successful in my own career, and then you know, father-in-law died, and ex-husband didn't, or the husband at the time did not understand how to run the company. And my background was invaluable. We became top dealer. And then, you know, after the divorce, he fired, when I filed for divorce, he fired me. So we were top dealer for 10 years. And then the industry went away, and basically it's, you know, it's gone. But that's sort of like, yeah, you're right about the advice. Do not get involved.
They can support each other. But
now, what can everyone attending today hope to get from you?
Well, what I want to get from me is first.
I agree. Totally agree. So what can everyone attending?
First, to start dreaming again, and to know that their dreams are important. Their dreams are important not only to them, but also to the society. Because once was a dream to fly in the sky, and now it's reality. We are flying on the planes, on the rockets. Once was a dream to find a medication for a certain disease, now it's reality. So go after your dreams, because they are important. They're important for you and for the society as well. And the second one is that people need to realize that the real value is within them. And after them are the money, the gold, the diamonds, and everything else. Because everything what we accomplish up to now, it's thanks to the people activity and innovations. So the real value is already with you, and you are very powerful. And you should be clear when you set the the vision and the values which you want to support in the businesses around or everywhere, because you are powerful. Without the people, actually, the money and everything else, crypto, gold, diamonds, will be meaningless, without meaning, because people create the money, people decide that gold is expensive, people create everything around what we have as innovations. And this is what I want to send as message today to our attendees. If I do this, I know that we have done well today. And of course, if you have an idea, we will be glad to help you on the challenge. Launch your idea. We will be your supporting team for the planning and set your business for success. Thank you, Frani.
Thank
Starting.
Okay, Svetla, what motivates you or what inspires you on a daily basis?
Well, what motivates me is the reason why I'm doing this. I start my business in order to help other people and bring the change and make the change I want to see. And all the projects I have so far, I made in order to help people. For example, the coaching programs, accounting and business services are made in order to help them and support them when they're starting their business and during their running their business, to help them release their full potential. And also the other projects I have are also related to this. For example, free online learning is a bridge between the unemployed people that don't have technical skills and the technical companies which are looking for new employees, because the rate is going higher and higher of their needs of new employees in this area, and actually provide them with video courses in order to uh, learn the necessary skills and start new and better job for them. And the next one is the Summer Summit, which we are making together as partners. The third one is Kiddo Zone, which is a project for kids, like social media for kids, where also other teachers or different companies providing, for example, languages courses for kids or dancing courses and some trainings can participate also to this project and working together. The third one, actually the fourth one, is book office online. Due to the pandemic, and I saw that people needs office not all the time, but they might need it for a shorter time. Not for 1 month or for 1 year, but maybe 1 or 2 days while they're most of time working from home, but they could have also some official meetings with more people, so they might need a bigger or larger office space, and this will be useful for them, also for the office owners, because again, because during the pandemic, a lot of offices were staying empty, and the owners has problems with this as well. So this is a good opportunity for them also to offer their free office spaces for 1 or 2 days, even for a higher price, but still good enough for the people because it will be for a shorter time, for example, 1 day or two, depending on the time they need.
That's awesome. Now, who was your inspiration for Kid Zone? That's really creative. I mean, that's like off the charts. So
Thank you.
Can you explain who was your inspiration for that creation?
Thank you for the question, Franny. Actually, my inspiration was my daughter.
Your daughter?
Yes.
How old is she?
She is 9 years old, and
awesome.
She wanted so much to have a YouTube account and a Facebook account to be able to keep in touch with her friends. But I told her that she is very small and she needs to have 14 years in order to participate and use these platforms. And maybe after the 10th request from her, I said, okay, I will make one for you and for your friends to be able to keep in touch and have conversation, exchange videos and pictures, and stay together during the pandemic, because for the kids it was really hard time to stay alone at home.
That was
And
brilliant, brilliant.
thank you.
That was absolutely, you created the safe place
Yes,
for children her age to be secure, to go online in a kid zone that was totally safe and controlled basically by you, which is
yes,
good. I love this. I love the whole concept. I love the whole idea. And I love that she was your inspiration. That is
thank
so
you.
special. Thank you. Thank you,
Really
Svetla.
special. Yes,
I'm so very happy that we had a chance to talk and get to know more about your background and your creative skills and what you're doing to give back and also, move people forward. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you. You're an inspiration.
thank you, Frani.
It's a pleasure to be a partner with you on all of these things. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure for me as well. You have an amazing experience and you are a great partner. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. I appreciate it too. That's why we work together so well.
Yes,
I think mutual respect and understanding and, that goes a long, long way in understanding and respecting people from other cultures, other parts of the world and what their expertise is. So thank you again. I really feel honored to be in a partnership with you.
thank you, Frani. I appreciate it. For me as well. It's a pleasure. So
Great. I think that covers all the questions I had for you then.
thank you, and stay with us for the second part, which is very interesting, and Franny will show you her from her experience the successful case.
Workbook Svetla Staykova and Frani Burick IS, BG. ONLINE The Healthier Way to Quench Your Thirst International Copyrights 21 Authors Frani Burick Moderator of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Entrepreneur, Author, Life and Business Coach, Mentor, Business Consultant. During her 20 years of experience, she has helped over 16,000 entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small and medium-sized firms achieve success with operational improvements and strategic redesigns to their businesses to become leaders in their fields to bring more profit to the bottom line, making their businesses easier to sell so they could retire young and rich. Business Redesign The Entrepreneur Codebook New Age co-author of Svetla Staykova, manager and owner of Innovative Services EOOD, the organizer of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Ask Advice Book Office Keto's Zone Free Online Learning What We Do, providing online services, creative solutions and innovative approaches for your activities and business. Book Office Ask Advice Keto's Zone Free Online Learning, online video courses, online marketplace, business strategies and development, business coaching, time management, accounting, business consultation and services. We believe there is a hidden potential in each person and business, big or small. We are supporting and empowering you and your business to reach your full potential on a new level, areas and innovative way. Why business coaching and strategies? In business coaching, we decided to combine the strengths of coaching, our finance experience, planning, and strategies. Light up your future with our business coaching and strategies. Get a setup to open your business DOYOUKNOW. We are all creative geniuses, but the system kills our potential by teaching us how to fit in the existing box. Research of NASA made over 1,600 children for a long period of time shows that 98% of the kids on the age of 4 to 5 years old are creative geniuses. From the same children on the age of 10th, only 30% kept that potential. At the age of 15th, only 12% still has that potential, and on the average age of 31st from over 1,000,000 tested, only 2% of the adults are creative geniuses. What we can do to prevent that? The answer of the scientists is simple: start dreaming again. Dream, don't fit in the box. Our first task: start dreaming again. How? Answer the questionnaire module I. Questionnaire 1. Do you have an idea? If you don't have at that stage, don't worry till the end of the questionnaire, most probably you will have some ideas. 2. Do you have dreams? Yes. Number 3. If yes, please write them al. 4. Do you like to dream? Yes. Number 5. Are you afraid of failure? Yes. Number 6. Do you need the approval of the others for your decisions? Yes. Number 7. How do you make decisions? Module I. Questionnaire 8. What is your experience? 9. In which areas you want to work? 10. Do you like solving problems? 11. Which problems do you want to solve? 12. Do you have an idea how to solve it? Or how to make your environment better? 13. What do you think is impossible? Why? Module I. Questionnaire 14. Can you imagine a solution to make the impossible possible from question 13? Even the craziest one. 15. Do you have ideas now? Please write them down. The answers are mainly for you. Take it with you on the coaching session when you will define your why and vision, and pick one idea to launch. If you still don't have an idea, you can find one during the coaching session module I.
to the second part.
Yep.
And I will be happy to share with us your successful cases from your experience. I'm sure it will be very valuable for our attendees today.
All right, I'd be very happy to share some success stories from the past. I had a jeweler who wanted to compete with his uncle in a company in a downtown location, which was well established. It had an affluent clientele, all friends from the same religion, and there was no way that he would be successful in a downtown location. He could not compete head on with that particular well-established, almost a century-old business. So our new strategy was a new affluent suburb on the west side of town. It was an underserved market with great potential. It's where I lived. My friends were all in the junior league. They all lived in multi-million-dollar mansions. Basically, one of my friends and her husband built a 50-room house, which was absolutely amazing. It was just off the charts. She was the one that wore the 10-carat diamond rings, one of my golf partners on the weekends and during the week too, because of course we were junior women. His new target market, we wanted him to focus on the high-end luxury, one-of-a-kind, custom and unique stones and designs for his particular product line. We put together the business plan and it was foolproof. It was absolutely amazing. The financials and everything would work out. His target audience was basically my friends. And but the banks that I worked at would not finance his particular business plan. So I sold that plan to my competition. I basically told them about it and I reverted to my competitors. They made the plan, they gave him the funds and he went gangbusters. He was one of the top companies in the area for a long, long time. Another one, my friend was doing walking tours of the city. And I took a walking tour with her. We started talking and she told me, it would be nice if I could do something different than this walking all the time. And I said, well, what about a bus tour? Why don't you change things up a little and see if you could put people on a bus and, basically see the city and all the high points? Because she had so many stories about the ghosts in the graveyards and the brand new buildings and things like that they were doing in the new entertainment areas and, the flats areas. Oh, there's just so much going on. It was amazing. So she came up with the idea of these trolleys. And basically we worked on this plan together. And then after she had the plan, I kept thinking, okay, now what are your new markets? So she thought about it and we came up with a couple of different markets for her. The convention center, so she basically could use the people that came to the convention to give them tours of the city and all the high points, and also take them to dinners in the evening after their meetings. And if there were spouses, she'd have the basically, flower garden tours and all the other things that you could do for the women's groups. And if it was a mixed group, there were things that they could do too, and taking them to a Chinatown or taking them to something where it was an experience for the city, but it was also so much fun. So she had, we helped her with a lot of different things and thinking out of the box for, okay, besides just being a tour, what else could we do besides that? It could be, a food tour, it could be a drinking tour, it could be this tour, it could be that tour. So we came up with a lot of different plans. And basically, we also kept thinking, being in the real estate area too, because I worked in real estate for a while. And I kept saying there's a lot of relocation people. And when the relocation people come in, they want to make sure that they feel like it's their town. So what could we do to make it their town? And so these brochures went into all the relocation packages so that when they came into town, the real estate companies could take them on these tours and make them understand what the high points are, the schools, the amenities, and sold them on, you know, basically what was going on in the city and that this was their city and this was the best place for them to relocate. So it was a new idea doing the trolley thing, and it was very successful. In fact, in the first year, because of our strategies, she actually made one of the fastest growing companies in the city. That's how good her plan was. So, and the third was a very old company, and it was an office supply and equipment company with more employees than sales. The owner was funding losses right out of his pocket. He needed, yes. And
I'm sorry. Just a moment.
okay.
Okay.
The owner was funding losses out of his pocket, and he needed his friends to think he was successful, but he was really operating in bankruptcy mode. When he died,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry to disturbing you, but can you fix the camera? Because it's moving all the time.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay. So what was happening was it was a very old office supply and equipment company, and he had more employees in sales, and he was funding the losses. When he died, his son, the second generation, found out the company was bankrupt. He had no skill sets. He was a physical education major that wanted to be a school teacher, but he decided to go ahead and actually do sales in this company. But he didn't have the skill set for the high-end products with the bigger margins. That was the biggest problem there. He only had the direct competition from the big boys. They were taking lion's share of everything, and he got all the little tidbits of things. So the company had no business plan, no skill sets, the wrong people in positions, no job descriptions. The sales team quit to join the competition. They knew the pricing strategies. They took that knowledge to the competitors, but the USP, highly trained service, quick response, but so many weaknesses in that business. No one answered phones, 13 people in the office, the phones rang. Everything went to voicemail for their private conversations, total disrespect for the sales team. So everybody got fired, new business, descriptions, job descriptions were put together. They wrote the key descriptions, interviewed new candidates and some of the old ones for the positions. And the moral of that story is that if you have the wrong people inside your company, it can kill you. If you don't have everybody, you don't have the mission statement,
Yes.
you don't have the vision, then it's not going to help you. So those are my stories.
Thank you, Frani. And we have more time, so if you want to share more successful stories.
I'm going to tell you one more story.
Okay.
Basically, three companies came to me during COVID, and I helped them strategically reposition their companies for opportunities that no one saw or knew. Entrepreneur needs to have the right mindset. Yes, I can do this. They were coming to me in defeat saying, I'm in this business and now this business is going away. It's like, no, your business isn't going away. It's expanding to new opportunities. So I'm a visionary and I can see new opportunities during COVID, and they made millions of dollars in these companies because I knew the three areas that were going to be very prominent and the three areas that they really needed to focus on for growth. And basically everything I said came true. The companies are very successful. They can continue in doing the same things that they've been doing, but they also have their older divisions that they can also use. So now some of them have 5 different companies within their LLCs. Some of them have 3 companies now within their LLCs. So it's really important to get the right coach to help you see, where do I have to go? What do I need to do? How do I reposition my company now? What are the opportunities I should be looking at instead of the obstacles? So there's all kinds of different approaches and ways that you can grow your business. And it doesn't matter what's happening outside of your industry or in the economic environment. There are always opportunities. You just have to be able to have an open mind and say, yes, I can do this. So never give up on your dreams. All right, Svetla, thank you.
Thank you, Frani.
Workbook Svetla Staykova and Frani Burick IS, BG. ONLINE The Healthier Way to Quench Your Thirst International Copyrights 21 Authors Frani Burick Moderator of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Entrepreneur, Author, Life and Business Coach, Mentor, Business Consultant. During her 20 years of experience, she has helped over 16,000 entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small and medium-sized firms achieve success with operational improvements and strategic redesigns to their businesses to become leaders in their fields to bring more profit to the bottom line, making their businesses easier to sell so they could retire young and rich. Business Redesign The Entrepreneur Codebook New Age co-author of Svetla Staykova, manager and owner of Innovative Services EOOD, the organizer of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Ask Advice Book Office Keto's Zone Free Online Learning What We Do, providing online services, creative solutions, and innovative approaches for your activities and business. Book Office Ask Advice Keto's Zone Free Online Learning, online video courses, online marketplace, business strategies and development, business coaching, time management, accounting, business consultation and services. We believe there is a hidden potential in each person and business, big or small. We are supporting and empowering you and your business to reach your full potential on a new level, areas, and innovative way. Why business coaching and strategies? In business coaching, we decided to combine the strengths of coaching, our finance experience, planning, and strategies. Light up your future with our business coaching and strategies. Get a setup to open your business DOYOUKNOW. We are all creative geniuses, but the system kills our potential by teaching us how to fit in the existing box. Research of NASA made over 1,600 children for a long period of time shows that 98% of the kids on the age of 4 to 5 years old are creative geniuses. From the same children on the age of 10th, only 30% kept that potential. At the age of 15th, only 12% still has that potential, and on the average age of 31st, from over 1,000,000 tested, only 2% of the adults are creative geniuses. What we can do to prevent that? The answer of the scientists is simple: start dreaming again. Dream, don't fit in the box. Our first task: start dreaming again. How? Answer the questionnaire module I. Questionnaire 1. Do you have an idea? If you don't have at that stage, don't worry till the end of the questionnaire, most probably you will have some ideas. 2. Do you have dreams? Yes. Number 3. If yes, please write them al. 4. Do you like to dream? Yes. Number 5. Are you afraid of failure? Yes. Number 6. Do you need the approval of the others for your decisions? Yes. Number 7. How do you make decisions? Module I questionnaire 8. What is your experience? 9. In which areas you want to work? 10. Do you like solving problems? 11. Which problems do you want to solve? 12. Do you have an idea how to solve it? Or how to make your environment better? 13. What do you think is impossible? Why? Module I questionnaire 14. Can you imagine a solution to make the impossible possible from question 13? Even the craziest one. 15. Do you have ideas now? Please write them down. The answers are mainly for you. Take it with you on the coaching session when you will define your why and vision, and pick one idea to launch.
Hello again. We continue with the third part. Frani, I will be happy to hear from you the reasons why the businesses fail during the first year, so we can all learn from the experience of the other companies and don't repeat the same mistakes.
I love that. Thank you so much, Svetla, for that little introduction there. I think there's 20 top reasons why businesses fail. And a lot of them fail in the first year. Fear is number one. I think that, you know, you have an idea, you're starting your plan, and then all of a sudden, you know, fear hits, but you're not sure why. You've stopped. You don't know what is causing the problem for you to not move forward. And, you know, I've been there. I understand there's a lot of different reasons, but fear has to become an acronym for, you know, fun and energy and, you know, just making it a fun word and an acronym so that fear is not fear. If you don't have fear, you can replace it with faith. If you have faith in yourself, faith in God, faith that you can do it, faith in your skill set, faith that, you know, you were given this idea to actually achieve. So this is really, really important for people to understand that fear has to become faith and you can move forward. Another one is no business plan. No plan of action, then plan to fail. You have to understand that you can't just say, gee, I just learned this and I'm going to start doing it. Yes, but you still need a business plan no matter what you do. You need to know what your mission is. You have to have a strong enough why. Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of my company? What is the purpose inside me of what I want to do? Is it to provide for my child or children or my retirement or for, you know, my success or my happiness? And you have to have an understanding of what's motivating you. I think that's really important too. So not having a strong enough why. You know, sometimes you have a cushy job, you've got the salary, too much risk to start a side hustle or a side business, and then you lose your job. So then you've got the strong enough why. Your why becomes, yikes, I only had one source of income, I should have 5. I hear about this all the time, but I don't know how to do it. Now I'm stuck. I need to figure out what I need to do. So, you know, you have to have the strong enough why, and you have to understand that you're never comfortable with just one income stream or working for just one company. So figure it out and understand that, you know, you have these skill sets that you can utilize in so many different ways. So don't be afraid to use them and don't be afraid to take the first step. The fourth one is not clear on your product or service. What is my product or what is my service? What should I be selling? What should I be doing? What should I be teaching? These are all things that you need to understand and have a clear understanding in writing about what service you want to provide or what product you want to sell. So those are really important things to understand. Number 5 is not clear about your target market. You want to be everything to everybody. You can't be a jack of all trades because then you're a master of nothing. You have to have a focus. You have to have a target audience. Do you want 20 somethings? Do you want 30 somethings? Do you want 40 somethings? And they could be single people, okay? Then do you want divorced people in their 40s? Or do you want married people with businesses? You have to understand who is the avatar, who is the customer, and figure out your target market. Number 6 is basically getting more clarity about who your ideal customer is. Their age, their demographics, where they live, what they drive, their children's ages, how long they've been in business, what kind of business they have, just all the details, every detail you can possibly imagine that you can put down. And then when you look at it, and also what is their problem? What problem are you going to try to solve? That's the most important thing to do is, you know, what kind of problem does this person have? So you go through everything and you find out, okay, I know who it is. I know what I want to sell. I figured it out. Now I've got to put my strategy together. So that's really, really important to know that. And then what sets you apart from your competition across the street? So not having a clearly defined USP. What is your unique selling proposition? It's something that, could be great customer service. It could be easy returns. It could be, money back guarantees. I mean, there's so many different things that you can think of for your USP that makes you maybe different that the other companies do not offer. And then if they do offer it, you've got to have better service or better something that you can create that will give give your client a heads up or make them understand that you are different than the company across the street. So the other one is number 9, unrealistic projections. Sometimes underestimating your finances or what it's going to take to get the company off the ground, or not being able to get the funding that you need to get the project started. So that's also something that, when you don't do the projections right and then you run out of funds, it's like, yikes, now I have to go and find a new, angel investor or a new this or a new that. And all of a sudden you're diluting the earnings of your company where you had 100% control and ownership. And now you might have 50% or 49% or 51% or 70%, whatever it is, but you're giving away the most important thing you have, which is, your intellectual property or whatever kind of company you have. So that's really important to understand. And then number 10, I guess, needing to launch that idea, you need to not just think about it. You really have to see, okay, I thought about it, and now I need to figure out, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this off the ground? So you really, really, really need to figure things out and understand what's required to get it going. So to launch it, that's something that you need to figure out and just move forward. The other thing is you don't have the skill set to run the business. So without a skill set to run your business, like if you're a physical education major, then you're running an office supply company, you can't run a company if you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the right key people, and you don't know who the key people are. So a lot of things I see the skill sets to run the company. They have the idea for the product, but they don't have business sense. They could be a hairdresser or a barber or basically a delivery service or whatever. And they've got the idea, but they used to drive in a UPS truck, and now they want to compete with UPS, but they want to do it just on a local market instead of internationally. But they don't understand what it takes to become that delivery company. What are they going to need? What skills? Just so much things that go into it, that people may have the skill set to be good at what they're doing, working for another company, but not to start their own company. So those are things, the limitations that you may or may not know about on your own, that maybe you need to talk to somebody and make sure you're really crystal clear about what you really need to get into a business. And that's why working with a business coach is a really important idea, and putting together the plan and then assessing the skill sets. And there's different places that you can get the skill set assessment. So a good business coach will help you with all of that stuff. The other thing is no support team for questions. The biggest thing I see with small businesses is you need a board of advisors, somebody that you can throw an idea at and they could say, oh, this is never going to work, or that's a brilliant idea. Now, how are we going to execute? So if you don't know how to execute something, you've got the idea and you sit on it, but you don't execute. it's going to be a failure. It's losing opportunities or losing your niche or losing whatever you need to become successful. And that board can be a sounding board for you. Usually they're unpaid. You can go to them. They can be once a month or once a quarter. You can change it around if you need to. Sometimes you just stick with the 3. It's usually another business owner that is not in your industry, but complements and is very successful and knows a lot about the marketing plans and everything else. Then usually an accountant and an attorney. Sometimes the accountant and attorney can be interchangeable. And then you could have one other person, which could be, like a marketing person or somebody that is still unpaid, but really, really good at what they do, a volunteer, maybe from the university or something like that, where you could go into a university and pull somebody that's getting their master's degree and have them come as an unpaid consultant to help you with different ideas. So there's so many different ways, or maybe even your growth association has people that will help you, or the university a lot of times might have, strategic planning classes or something like that, where those are going to be invaluable people to get your hands on for free. So you got to think out of the box and look for free, because free advice is there everywhere. The other one is lack of marketing, which we went into before, and there's some ideas on without having the marketing, leads to number 14, no sales. Lack of marketing, no sales, the wrong people, not the right sales people, then your business is going to fail. So you have to be able to execute, get your marketing, get your sales together, and that's basically the company. So without your marketing, you are not going to be successful. So you need to know who you're marketing to, and have to know how to market. The other thing is, for sales, marketing generates sales. So without sales, company's going to fail. So you might have the best idea in the world, but you can't execute. You, even though you have a plan, you're not executing. You don't have the marketing. You're not going to get the sales. You're going to fail. Number 15 is no clarity on key positions needed in the company. Either you've got too many employees, or you're trying to do everything, and maybe just a part-time virtual assistant is something that you need. And it could be a college student that can help you with your social media stuff. And maybe they do it for college credit. Maybe they do it for, whatever, a nominal amount, or maybe a good review from you, so that when they go out, they can say, I work for XYZ company and I implemented their, social media strategies, blah, 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 blah. And amazing, you'll have amazing results. So there's so many different ways to think out of the box. The other thing there is, my father, when he was the solopreneur, he could have gone to and I didn't know this at age 5, okay, a technical vocational school to pull kids out, to have them, using their skill sets, where he could train them a little bit more into the actual practice of how to do this or how to do that, that would have alleviated a lot of his time. So he could have had, 2 hours in the day to actually plan his strategies for something else, or spend time with his family, or do something a little bit different, because he had someone to assist him in some of the things that he needed to get done for that day or that week. So, and the kids get great reviews and great experience hands-on, which is really important. So many ways to think out of the box, guys, so many ways. The other thing is the big turnover in sales, the big turnover in your sales team. There's no clarity. You haven't given them the right compensation plan. You're not recognizing them. They are the lifeblood of your company. A good sales team will skyrocket you to success if they have the idea of, what are we selling? What's the mission statement? Do we have the clarity? Do we have the vision? Do we have the right training? Do we have the key people in place? if you've got people that complain all the time about, oh, there's just no business out there. Oh my God, there's business everywhere. Okay. So you just have to understand the right mindset too is really important for your sales team. So as a leader, you have to have a lot of things going on, a lot of strengths that you need to pull on to motivate people and get your team together to have the same clarity, same vision, same training, same everything, and same opportunities, plus the right compensation plan where maybe they get bonuses for, reaching their target goals. And you work with them on their target goals to make sure that everybody's on the same page. If the target is 25,000 a quarter or 25,000 a week or 25,000 a day, whatever your goal is, put it down in writing, figure out what that takes, how many phone calls, whatever way you do your strategies. What you have to be clear on your strategies too. And you have to get people that are creative, but creative people that know how to close. And that's something that, I don't know, I guess, I don't want to say natural born salesperson, but I'm fearless when it comes to knocking on doors or doing whatever it takes to get the job done. You have to have that attitude that you have something to offer. They have pain. You have the solution for that pain. And you are going to provide the best service in the world and the best products in the world to get them out of that pain situation. So again, mindset. And then the other one is number 16, big turnover in sales. Okay, number 17, failure to see new opportunities. Every single day there are new opportunities out there, and you have to be willing to see them and open your eyes and say, it's not an obstacle. Like when COVID hit, what an opportunity for so many companies. But a lot of companies failed. They didn't see it, they gave up. That's what happens. And number 18, it doesn't work, so you give up. How many times have I started and realized, okay, strategically reposition, this isn't working. Every entrepreneur out there will find things that don't work. Okay, something that doesn't work. Today we had problems with our transmission and things like that, and my battery is dying on something here. So we're making sure that we give you all the information we can and taking care of it so that there's no noise in the background like there was before. And before the battery runs dead, everything's going to be fine. And I've got to get the charger out. But you see this as an opportunity. I'm not going to give up. We're going to get this done one way or the other. I'll switch devices and we will continue to go on. But when the going gets tough, the tough get going and the weak drop out. That's just something that somebody told me a long, long time ago, and it just stuck in my mind. So number 19, not viewing the obstacles as opportunities to change and grow. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. Number 20, mindset. You're not tough enough. I will do this no matter what. I will find a way. Never give up on your dreams. So those are the top 20, real quick. There's more, but 20 is enough to show you that, to show you what you need to know and what you need to do, and that you can overcome. You got to do it. And you have to want it. So thank you, Svetla.
Thank you, Frani, for sharing with us.
Workbook Svetla Staykova and Frani Burick IS, BG. ONLINE The Healthier Way to Quench Your Thirst International Copyrights 21 Authors Frani Burick Moderator of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Entrepreneur, Author, Life and Business Coach, Mentor, Business Consultant During her 20 years of experience, she has helped over 16,000 entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small and medium-sized firms achieve success with operational improvements and strategic redesigns to their businesses to become leaders in their fields to bring more profit to the bottom line, making their businesses easier to sell so they could retire young and rich. Business Redesign The Entrepreneur Codebook New Age co-author of Svetla Staykova, manager and owner of Innovative Services EOOD, the organizer of SummerSummit 21 Launch Your Idea Ask Advice Book Office Keto's Zone Free Online Learning What We Do, providing online services, creative solutions and innovative approaches for your activities and business. Book Office Ask Advice Keto's Zone Free Online Learning, online video courses, online marketplace, business strategies and development, business coaching, time management, accounting, business consultation and services. We believe there is a hidden potential in each person and business, big or small. We are supporting and empowering you and your business to reach your full potential on a new level, areas and innovative way. Why business coaching and strategies? In business coaching, we decided to combine the strengths of coaching, our finance experience, planning, and strategies. Light up your future with our business coaching and strategies. Get a setup to open your business DOYOUKNOW. We are all creative geniuses, but the system kills our potential by teaching us how to fit in the existing box. Research of NASA made over 1,600 children for a long period of time shows that 98% of the kids on the age of 4 to 5 years old are creative geniuses. From the same children on the age of 10th, only 30% kept that potential. At the age of 15th, only 12% still has that potential, and on the average age of 31st, from over 1,000,000 tested, only 2% of the adults are creative geniuses. What we can do to prevent that? The answer of the scientists is simple: start dreaming again. Dream, don't fit in the box. Our first task: start dreaming again. How? Answer the questionnaire module I. Questionnaire 1. Do you have an idea? If you don't have at that stage, don't worry till the end of the questionnaire, most probably you will have some ideas. 2. Do you have dreams? Yes. Number 3. If yes, please write them al. 4. Do you like to dream? Yes. Number 5. Are you afraid of failure? Yes. Number 6. Do you need the approval of the others for your decisions? Yes. Number 7. How do you make decisions? Module I. Questionnaire 8. What is your experience? 9. In which areas you want to work? 10. Do you like solving problems? 11. Which problems do you want to solve? 12. Do you have an idea how to solve it? Or how to make your environment better? 13. What do you think is impossible? Why? Module I. Questionnaire 14. Can you imagine a solution to make the impossible possible? From question 13? Even the craziest one. 15. Do you have ideas now? Please write them down. The answers are mainly for you. Take it with you on the coaching session when you will define your why and vision, and pick one idea to launch.
Welcome to our coaching session. I think you already had the opportunity to review our workbook, and the questions there will be part of our coaching session. My first question to you is, do you know that we are all creative geniuses, but the system kills our potential, 96% of it, with trying to fit us into the existing system? Research from NASA shows that 98% of the children of the age between 4 and 5 years are creative geniuses, but at the age of 31 years old, only 2% remain creative geniuses. And the solution from the scientists is simple. Start dreaming again. I want to share with you my 5 reasons to start why you should start dreaming again. First, it boosts your creativity, proven by scientists. It reflects your core values and your talent and potential. It gives you purpose. Have you heard that if you have a dream, it's given you by a purpose? And in most cases, this purpose will improve not only your life, but other people's lives as well. Dreaming boosts your good mood. Dreaming is like other type of meditation. What is meditation? It's practice and development of your body, soul, mind, emotions. During the meditation, you can receive visions. You could be close to God. You can travel long distance. So while you are dreaming, you free your mind from what is possible and what is impossible. You don't think how you will do or make your dream real. You just connect with your core values and let your mind guide you to your dream's place. Dreaming is essential for our development and progress. Everything we have so far once was someone's dream. Once was a dream to fly in the sky. Once was a dream to go to the moon. Once was a dream medication for certain disease. Now this is a reality. This is an usual part from our lives. And my next question is, do you have a dream? Or you can have many dreams. Please answer it in the chat, yes or no, and make a list with all your dreams, even the craziest one. Do you have already an idea to start a business? Please write in the comments in the chat, yes or no, and make a list with all your ideas, even the craziest one. What stops you from starting your own business. What are the challenges you are facing? Do you like to dream? Do you know that my favorite type of meditation is dreaming? Are you afraid of failure? A lot of people are afraid of a failure because actually this is what the system is teaching us, and it actually punishes us when we are making mistakes. The system is teaching us how to memorize predefined information and is not focusing enough on critical thinking and develop our creative potential. In result, from 98% creative geniuses, after 25 years learning, living, and working in the current system, only 2% remain creative geniuses. Now let's look. The children, do they afraid to fall while they're learning how to walk and making first steps? No, of course not. They're curious about everything. So if you replace the fear with curiosity to the things that scares you, you will start learning instead of being afraid. Do you need the approval of others for your decisions? And how do you make decisions? It's good to have a feedback from the others. This is an opportunity to improve yourself, your skills, your product, your service. But you shouldn't take it as something 100% true and something that will define you. Because this is only a feedback, only an opinion, and that's it. Use it for improvement. I like the statement that if somebody tells you that something is impossible, this defines their beliefs, their abilities, and what is impossible for them, not for you. Because everything was impossible till people make and find a way to make it possible. Once was impossible to the cars were also impossible till somebody invent and create the first car. Everything what the people create so far once was impossible before they do it, before they create it. My next question is, what do you think is impossible and why? Can you find a solution to make the impossible possible, even the craziest one? What is your experience? In which area you want to work? Are you happy with your current area of work or you want to switch it? Why? Think and be honest with yourself. You don't like it because you don't like the area of work? Or you don't like it because you don't like the environment where you perform your work? Do you like solving problems? Every business solves problems. And in most cases, you are fully able to make your challenges and problems profitable. find a solution, make a business of it, and make them work for you. I will give you an example. Once there were no freshwater pipelines, so the people had to carry their own water. One person decided to carry the water to the town, and he was paid for it. Later on, he created a pipeline for the fresh water, and everybody started paying him for the service delivering of fresh water. And now it's an unusual part of our lives. I will give you my own personal example. How I create Kiddo Zone. My daughter is 9 years old, and she asked me many times that she wants to have an account in YouTube or in one of the social medias, because it was very difficult time for the children during the pandemic and while they had to stay at home. And I said, okay, I will make a social media for kids to be able to chat with your friends, exchange videos, pictures, and also be able to watch different videos, video courses that are appropriate for their age. Like this, from the problem, from the challenge, you can create the solution and make a business of it. Do you have an idea now? What kind of problems do you want to solve? Please make a list with all of them. Can you solve it alone? Or you need help? Do you have an idea now how you can solve them? Please make a list also with the solutions. If you don't have, don't worry. Review your questions. What is important to have are these 3 lists: dreams list, ideas list, and problems for solving list. And the 4th one could be list with the solutions. My last question for you is actually for your feedback. Do we succeed with the introduction part to reach these 3 targets? Makes you dreaming again and know how valuable are your dreams? Makes you understand how powerful and valuable you are. With your decisions and support, you can even replace the investors. So don't be afraid to show what kind of values you want to see in the business and in other parts of our society. Choose wisely, because with your choices, what product service to buy, you're fully able to support the vision and the values which are yours and which you like and which you want to see in the society. And third, to have an idea for your own business. Please Just write in the chat yes or no. If we did it well and we received 3 yes from you, we'll be happy to see you on the challenge Launch Your Idea, where we will help you to create your full plan to launch your idea into successful business. Why is it important to know your plan well? It reflects your activities. If you have deviations in your plan, you will be able to define it fast and be able to fix them. When you start execution of your business, you won't lose time to define all details of your activities because you already have it in your plan, and you can focus on the execution, your clients and partners. What is included in the plan? Challenge, launch your idea. First one is business plan, defining of your business model, defining of your cash flow, calculation of all cost of your products and services, SWOT analysis, which are your strengths and which are your weakness. What external factors could reflect your business and what are the opportunities that are held in your idea and in your business. Process mapping. In order to have a good organization, you need to define all your processes and points of action. And each employee that executing the action on certain point from your plan and from your process. Like this, if you have a delay, you will be able to understand very fast on which point of the process you have a delay and what actually causing this delay. You will be able to take a fast decision and fix the problem in order to not have a delay at the end of the production or delivering of the services to your clients. Marketing, defining your market target groups, ideal client, sales proposition, and how to communicate your vision and product to your clients. Employees and roles. What roles do you need to have in order to execute well your business activities? Each of these roles should be mapped to the employees and the needed skills to perform the work. The next one are the skills. What skills you and your employees need to have in order to execute well your work. Partners. Who are your partners? Who are your suppliers? And depending on the business model you have, this could be suppliers, companies, or people that help you to execute your work, like freelancers, because they are not employees actually. Regarding the partners as ownership to your business, make sure that you have the same vision and targets for development of your business, and that you keep the major part of your shares, of the company's shares. The next one are resources and tools. Make sure you define all needed resources and latest tools in order to optimize your activity and deliver high value on the best possible price for your client. Funding. In your cash flow, you will be able to see when you will lack of and you will need to search and request for additional external funding maybe. Again, make sure that you keep the bigger part of your company and you have a similar vision with the investors in your company for the vision, for the mission of the company, and for the targets in the future. Also, we decide to add a development plan. We decide to go further with the opportunities and create a development plan in order to release your full potential. Risk prevention plan. It's needed to minimize the risk and reflection of external factors, and not only. Of course, you can't predict all the risks, but when you have an action plan in place, you can reduce the damages and act fast to solve it. For example, if there is, for some reasons, a delay in the supplies from certain supplier, you could have a list with other suppliers which you can contact in such cases with defined date of shortage and many other unpredictable things could happen to your suppliers. And in such situation, you need to have a spare suppliers with defined delivery date and periods, so you can act fast, order to the other supplier, receive it still on time in order to not have delays. Thank you for your time. I hope this was useful and valuable for you.